Even here in the States, we have, a lot of locations that are under weather alerts for us today. Fortunately, we're not dealing with that, but we have our own problems with the fog. But this is a look at some of our latest alerts as far as the heat is concerned with. And you can see heat advisories spanning several states. Within that, of course, in the southern plains where it's expected to be the hottest, where we have excessive heat warnings, where some heat indices are expected to be anywhere from 110 degrees to 115. While we're not dealing with any of the advisories, well, it's still pretty hot out there. Temperatures are going to be climbing into the upper 80s today, low 90s tomorrow, and then pretty much flirting with 90 degrees through the rest of the week and even into the upcoming weekend. It looks like it's going to be staying pretty toasty out there as well. But bringing it back closer to home with that fog out there, it has picked up quite a bit over the past hour and staying rather foggy out there for the time being, and will continue to be the case for the next few hours. Probably not until 10 o'clock until things start to really improve across much of the area, but pretty much everywhere along I-70 and south, you're dealing with visibility that's less than a half a mile. So you definitely want to make sure you're planning for a little extra time for your morning commute out there. Otherwise, above the fog, there's nothing going on. So things are clearing out quickly for us as we head into the mid-morning, and then it looks like these temperatures will be rising as well into the upper 80s for us. Right now it's 67 degrees though in Coshocton, 67 McConnellsville, 69 in Logan, and 69 here in Columbus. So over the next several hours, as I mentioned, hour by hour, things are going to stay pretty foggy and not look too different for us as we head into the 10 o'clock hour. But then shortly thereafter, things will be clearing out and warming up quickly. Highs will be in the upper 80s, right around 88 degrees for us, and then temperatures falling into the low 80s later this evening, and eventually right around 70 for us overnight. So we're not cooling off. It's staying warm and humid out. That's going to allow for things to get pretty toasty quick into the day for us for your Wednesday. Temperatures in the mid 80s already by 12 o'clock for your Wednesday afternoon, and then highs back into the 90s as we head into the evening hours, which combined with the heat and humidity, we're also looking at the potential for some severe weather tomorrow. We have a slight risk, which is covering much of the state, and this is going to be associated with a line of storms, which right now we're getting more data as far as some of the high resolution models in, and it's looking like this line will be fairly broken, and that's kind of good news. When you see this line kind of come through and it's really well organized, that's where you can see some higher threats. But tomorrow, still looking at the potential for some damaging winds and a low risk for hail, tornadoes, and flash flooding, which is good news considering just how much heavy rain we've been seeing. But it's going to be a quiet start to the Wednesday. Nothing's going to really look different for us. Actually, it's going to be pretty calm compared to this morning because winds will be on the breezy side, so it's not going to be as dense, the fog that we'll see tomorrow. But these showers and storms, models have been kind of slowing this down to possibly not even coming in through Columbus until maybe as late as 8 o'clock. And in that case, that might be good news considering how we'll be avoiding that peak daytime heating, but still enough to where we'll have some strong storms potentially linger into the early part of the night, but pretty much everything done by midnight across central Ohio and then drying out through the rest of the day. And then it looks like things will be a little bit cooler as we head into Thursday. Weather-wise, it'll look great. Still feeling pretty humid out there and then not catching a break from the heat or humidity. And then it looks like even more chances for some pop-up showers and storms as we head into the weekend and even lingering into early next week.